Welcome back. This is episode number 6. We are in the first week of the year, so happy New Year's to you guys. I hope you guys get a lot of gains this year. That's what I hope for everybody. And I just want to say thank you for all the love and support thus far. The first 5 episodes, just going through the comment section, really do appreciate the warm welcome and, just all the kindness and the support there. It definitely gives me fuel to keep this vlog series going. And I really want to do good for you guys. I want to do good for my family. I want to do good for the team as far as 3D Muscle Journey. And of course, I want to do good for myself. But at the same time, I'm not, let's say, putting a ton of pressure on myself. This is potentially my last prep of my career. And most importantly, I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it. And for many of you, I'm sure you might be prepping like me. This might be your first week of prep. I do have a lot of athletes that I started up this week that are prepping as well. So it's kind of cool that there's a community that I'm prepping along with. I would like to be as relatable as possible for you guys. And even though at the tail end of my career and I've, done a lot over that career, I've been pretty successful and all that. Of course, I would love to do well, but again, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. And I think, sometimes put pressure on ourselves, unnecessary pressure, or, we have a lot of insecurities that might end up being kind of a thief of enjoyment. So I don't want to put too much burden on myself as far as the end product. I just want to make sure that the process itself is where the focus is at, because really that's where the real reward is at. I've done 40 shows over the last 30 years. By the time I'm done with this season, it's probably going to be more like 44 shows. And by the time the season is over, I've been training for 37 years. So we're talking 44 shows or 44 days. And if we're talking 37 years of training, that's 13,505 days, I think it is. Less than 1% of my time over the last 37 years will have been on stage, like less than 1%. So we're talking 99 point whatever percent of my time has been preparing for those 44 shows. It's super important that I put more of the emphasis on the process and not so much the destination or the shows or even the result of the shows as far as the placings or even how I stack up to the competition. Because if you really think about it, it's not like a true sporting event. Like a true sporting event, like let's say boxing, you have the power to knock the other guy out and win that match. Whereas in bodybuilding, you can't knock the guy out next to you. I mean, you could, but you're probably going to end up in handcuffs. To me, the way I look at it is more of like an art display. Like I'm displaying my artwork to everybody and, I'm showing it off as proudly as possible. We're talking about weeks and weeks and weeks of contest prep, and not to mention, the years of training that you put in to build that physique. In my case, 37 years, when it's all said and done, when I get on stage, that's less than 1% of my time. So I want to make the most of it and I want to celebrate the body of work. That's how I kind of look at, competitions. Is it's not so much a competition, it's more so a celebration of all the work that I've put into the process. That's the theme, of this prep, is just to make sure that I'm enjoying myself as much as possible, not putting too much pressure on myself. Of course, I do want to do well. I want to bring a really good physique to the stage. And when I'm on stage, don't get me wrong, I do want to place well. That's human nature to want to do well. But wherever I place, end of the day, as long as I'm bringing my very best and I'm having fun doing it, and I had fun, I should say, doing it, and I'm enjoying the stage, that's all that matters. For me anyways, that's what winning is. And, I've won shows. I'm sure a lot of you don't know that Junior Mr. Fremont in 1993. You guys probably don't know I won my pro card in 2009. You probably don't know I won the Pro International in 2014. Like, I know these things, and it's cool to say, yeah, okay, I've got these titles. But, you know, most people, time goes on, they don't know what you've done or where you placed. It's more about, you know, just, you know, fulfilling my potential, having fun while doing it, and celebrating that on stage. That's what I want to do, is just, in a sense, have a nice party at the end. So I will leave it there, but that's kind of where my mindset is this first week. And outside of that, it's just really the first week or two, it's just trying to get my daily flow going as far as the daily structure, the daily habits, so that way the execution is really good and I can build upon that. But anyways, I will leave it there. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Any questions, comments, please drop them below, and I will do my best to engage with you guys, and let's support each other.